Hello everyone and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 gameplay cast with me, Thendis32. If you have not seen game number 1 in this best of 5, get out. It's your last chance before I spoil it for you. Right now the series at 1-1. This is of course the Rust Brain Cup finals that did happen on Sunday, February 7th, 2016. I did live cast this on my stream, so if you've seen it there, well, these are those games. But if you haven't seen it, sit down, get some popcorn, grab a drink. Some pretty nice games. Let's introduce these players then, shall we? Spawning as the Red Night Elf, we have Remind. And his opponent. Spawning as the Yellow Orc, the one, the only, we have Focus. Night Elf versus Orc on Echo Isle, series tied 1-1, best of 5, so the first person to get 3 wins wins the whole tournament. The grand prize, of course, for the Rust Brain Cup was 200 US American dollars, however much money that was in your country, or I guess I should say is in your country, is up for you to find out. Right now we do see a bit of an aggressive Ancient of War creep out of Remind. Most of the time you'll see elves put it right about here. And so maybe Remind's feeling a bit aggressive. And oh my lord. Okay, we see the Warden as the first hero choice out of Remind. Now when I casted this live, I was flipping my shit. And I don't cast often, but I was flipping. Warden is one of those heroes where she's great in matchups, but then there's of course the matchups where she's downright awful. Matchups that she's pretty good in, Undead and Human. Matchups she's got awful in, Night Elf Orc. So yeah, Remind doing a strategy that could be pretty bad for him. We will have to wait and see. But Focus is going to play it more standard. We do see the Blade Master first out of him. Let's talk about Echo Isles here for a moment while players are creeping out. There is only one shop. So players do have to fight for their boots, their scrolls, all the good stuff. There is a nice little marketplace here where you can buy some pretty sweet items. And with the way the creeps are set up, say a Blade Master wants to windwalk in, he can of course snipe that Ogre Magi. And with the Troll Trappers, they are of course ranged attack units, so they'll just stand there and attack away. And that does keep these Ogre Warriors from getting inside. What item what item did Focus get to start? Oh wow. What item did Focus get to start this game out? He got a Circle of Nobility. Remind, who was Ancient of War creeping his Merc camp, got Claws of Attack +6, and I really don't think Focus has scouted this Warden yet. So I'm really curious on what his reaction is going to be if when he sees this Warden. And that also leaves up a bunch of questions with this Warden play. We do see a tech to tier 2. Does Remind go for the standard Talon army composition? Does he go for a weird glaive thrower? Does he go double Ancients of Lore? There's so many different options that Remind can do, and I have no predictions because I've never seen Warden versus Orc before. Right now, Focus, this is first time seeing the Warden. He was harassing away at that Moonwell. Shadow Strike will go down on that Grunt, and he will get chased down. Another Shadow Strike goes down. Remind has one more in him. Does Focus get the deny on the XP? Yes, he does. And at the same time, the Blade Master is sniping the Troll Shadow Priest and keeping his healing salve. As it looks like Focus did go to the Goblin Merchant camp and bought himself some boots. So, good start out of him. Meanwhile, Remind's just going to creep away, gets Gloves of Haste from the Ogre, and we do see a tech tier 2 out of Focus. So we do know that both players are at least teching. And Remind's building more archers. Usually Elf tries to get as few archers possible, especially versus Orc. Blade Master will snipe one, another one's pretty low, but she does hide in the shadows. There is no more dust. Alright, Windwalk coming in. Is Focus gonna steal that Troll Trapper? Oh, he does get the steal. Very nice. He is denying experience to the Warden as I would assume level 3 would be very important for that stronger Shadow Strike, and I'm not really sure what the second ability was that Remind picked. I don't have that fancy smancy observer board that Back to Warcraft does, so I'm going to assume Blink. I really don't see him going Fan of Knives, although Fan of Knives can be pretty strong versus Spirit Walkers, I suppose. I'm just not really sure. Focus is hanging around, trying to find Remind here, who is creeping out the Goblin Marketplace camp. Was the Ogre Magi sniped? He was sniped here. Wow, how did I miss that? Alright, Ogre will go down. Meanwhile, the Naga is the second hero choice for Remind, so Warden Naga versus Orc. New meta, boys. And now the Grunt gonna get chased down. With that Shadow Strike, he will go down, giving level 3. Now the Blade Master getting focused down. He will win walk out. And he does go for that Berserker. One more hit does get him. And the Blade very close to level 3 himself. Meanwhile, Focus, Tier 2. We do see the Shadow Hunters the second hero choice. So no Tyrant Chieftain. And Bestiary Spirit Lodge. What do we see out of Remind? He's at Tier 2 now. His Blade's getting chased. His Blade's actually pretty low. How much mana is on that Warden? Not enough for another Shadow Strike. Remind gonna use that healing salve. He does have Boots of Speed, but can the Naga land a Frost Arrow? She can! Oh, this is getting close. Another healing salve. And it looks like Focus will get away with the life, with his Blade Master's life. But we do see an Ancient Wind being built in the middle of the map, along with a shop. And two Grunts going at it. Will they get a cancel on the Ancient Wind? Remind does not want that happening. Coming right on in. Shadow Strike on the Grunt, and Focus is going to quickly use that Speed Scroll. Tough to say. It looks like Remind is getting a couple potions, sells his TP for a mana pot, and getting some potions on the Naga as well. What are the supplies looking like? We got 34 supply for Remind versus 34 Focus. So both players on even supply, and it does look like Remind is going to go in for a push. So what can Focus do versus this? Not really sure, but he is going to get kind of bad spot if he starts his creeps. Okay, he does start the creeps while this is happening. He's going to have to creep it fast. Maybe the Renegade Wizard can drop a super item here. Meanwhile, we have Remind focusing down the burrows. Peon's going to be pulled to repair. One will go down. That actually does supply cap Focus. 40 supply over 30. And Focus cleared the Renegade Wizard. Ring of Regeneration was the item. He's going to have to quickly get to his base. We see a bunch of Wisps being pulled. It's going to be like an Ancient Protector push. I don't see a Hunter's Hall. No, Ancient's War being built. Second burrow goes down. Shadow Strike on the Blade Master, but the Naga getting focused down. Hex onto the Warden. Alright, Speed Scroll being used, and the Naga goes down. She had a healing potion too. That did give level 2 to the Shadow Hunter. Healing waves coming in. Shadow Strike onto that Raider. He will go down. So will an Archer. Alright, now we see Focus building some forward burrows. He's severely supply capped. 37 over 20. Shadow Strike gonna snipe another Raider here. Alright, Wisp Dispelling, taking away that Spirit Link. These Orc units still chasing away. Remind trying to kite a bit with his archers. Blade Master taking a lot of damage as he was Shadow Striked here. Healing Potion is switched off and used. Nice work out of Focus. But yeah, Focus building some pretty forward towers. Burrows, Orc burrows do have pretty long range here, so I guess if he expects fights there, they could play a big role. Not really sure what Remind's plan is here at this point. His Naga did go down. She's not getting resurrected. He needs a little more gold, about 180. Oh, or she's already resurrected. Good casting, Thendis. And stat preservation on the Warden. And Remind's still at tier 2. Still at tier 2, he's trying to get talents. He won't have the mastery training to get Cyclone, so I guess he's trying to rely on the armor reduction of the Fairy Fire. Ooh, does the Blade try to go for that Archer? He has another Windwalk in him. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for anything? No? Fairy Fire in the Grunt. And that poor Peon. But it looks like he will be able to get to the safety of a burrow. Meanwhile, these burrows are loading up. Does Remind push into this? It is currently 36 supply versus 37. We don't know. Waymas still hanging around. Remine. Looks like he wants to change tactics, possibly. Muddy the Muggle him, quickly getting sniped with that critical strike. Sad day to be a back to Warcraft fan. And Focus gonna speed scroll out. Another Shadow Strike onto that blade. These burrows still loaded up, which means he has less workers on wood. And ladies and gentlemen, yeah, Ogie the Mauler, my mascot of course, and that will be my first Twitch emoticon, should I ever get partnered with Twitch. But it is nice to see Ogie the Mauler in the Rustbrain Cup finals. Dust of appearance being used. And it looks like Remine is going to try to attack in from the bottom side away from the burrows. Hex onto the Naga. She gets focused on pretty hard and snare onto her as well. And she will go down. Blade Man's taking a lot of damage, but healing waves from that Shadow Hunter. On the raiders on top, Talons, and GG's called. Focus takes the lead in this best of 5, 2-1. If you like this cast, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to watch me play Warcraft 3, follow me at Twitch at Thendis32, and I will catch you guys later.